right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back for day number 2 of the playoffs. We are back at it again, and we have got a big lineup for you guys tonight. We got 6 playoff matches, 6 best of 7s coming your way. It is going to be an insane night here for round 1 of the playoffs as it rolls on. I'm Rocker Man, back in the booth, joined by Mr. Breaking Coin. Coin, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great. Ready to see this matchup. Two long-time teams going at it. The number 2 seed and the number 7 seed, with Bluey leading the charge and Dimitri on the other end. Leading in assists, the man, the myth, the legend, the Dimitri GOAT. Rockerman, how you feeling there?
Yeah, it's gonna be a great matchup. I'm super excited. We finally get our first Titan League playoff matches. I'm gonna pull up the bracket on the stream so everyone can kind of follow along, see how we got to this point, because this is the first one for the Titan League playoff. But you can see we've got the 2 versus 7 matchup there. Coin Bananas not locking down that 2 seed in a very competitive Titan League, and the Dragons able to make their way out of the play-in tournament.
Yeah, it's not going to be any easy game going forward for the Bananas. I mean, I know Dragons are that 7th seed, but they got some hard hitters. They got Vulcan, they got Bluey. I mean, they got a lot of guys on that team. And the Bananas, I mean, they're stacked with Dimitri and Zen. I mean, it's going to be a competitive series. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw game 6 or 7, Rocker Man.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to start things off. I'm excited to see it as well. We've got, like you mentioned, a lot of great players here in the lobby. Looks like these guys are rearing and ready to go. We got the channel point prediction up. The survey was running in the Discord. I know a lot of people have been making bracket predictions as well. But looks like the Discord is very split. Coin. It's about half and half. A little in the Bananas' favor. The channel points are looking, where the channel points looking like they're split 50-50 as well. So I gotta throw it to you as we kind of get these guys ready to join up. Who do you got taking this matchup? Who's gonna move on to round number 2?
It's so close because with the Dragons, you have North and Bluey, and then with the Bananas, you have Dimitri and Zen, and it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, I would be surprised if we didn't see a game 7. I mean, I'm going 7 Bananas. I'm going 7 Bananas. And it's going to be close. I mean, OT, game 7 Bananas are going to take it, Rocker Man. That's my prediction.
Well, we are gonna have to see as we are underway here and getting things going here as Bananas versus Dragons getting underway here. And we're gonna have to see how things are gonna shake out. In the yellow with the Bananas, we have Dimitri, TRS Rival, and Zen. And then on the Dragon side, in the red tonight, Bluey, North, and Vulcan. And Coin, you mentioned a couple of these players to look out for. Who is? Just give us one. I know there's a lot of great players on both teams. Just give me one from each team. This is the star to watch out for.
You know, I'm going to give it to Dimitri. I mean, he's got to facilitate the passing plays. If he can get that rolling and get his teammates involved, get Rival and Zen involved, it's going to be tough for the Dragons. And then on the other end, I mean, if North starts cooking, I mean, it's going to be close either way, but ooh, a close one right there. But yeah, I think both those players. And, you know, on the other end, Vulcan and Rival also have to hold up their end. I mean, you got 2 powerhouse players on each team. You know, that third player is really going to be the key to success for both teams.
Yeah, definitely so. That is very true here, especially in the Titan League where you got a lot of just very, very great players. You gotta be a full solid roster to make it through the Titan League. It's been so competitive, so every player is gonna matter a lot in these matchups, and we're gonna have to see as things are underway. This is best of 7s now. If you weren't there for Monday, we are deep into the best of 7s, so it is a lot different than the regular season and what we've seen before with these teams. So you got to be able to adapt as well in a long series, and that's a big difference, Coin, when you're playing 5 games in the regular season and you come into the playoffs and now you gotta lock in for 7.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, regular season is a whole different animal than playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, that's where things start to get serious. Oh, so close right there. Almost.
Yeah,
for the Dragons, but that's Another close one, but yeah, I mean, it's this different Rocket League. I mean, now, you're on the line. If you lose this series, there's no going back to the drawing board. It's over. Your season is over. So both teams are going to have to play their best Rocket League. They're going to want to take it.
Yeah, definitely so. And we're gonna have to watch. I think so far the Bananas are playing solid after not playing for a couple weeks. As this one is gonna go in, Dimitri is gonna catch the Dragons on the counterattack.
Right there, Zen gets it outlet past to Dimitri, and Vulcan just not able to make it back in time. Great little passing play. Like I said, there's Dimitri creating a passing play right there. I mean, I know it was a quick one, but it just little stuff like that. It adds up, and if they can accumulate these plays, Bananas should have a good chance to win this series.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We talked a little bit before the stream actually started. We were talking about Dimitri leading the Titan League in assists. This man averages 1.04 assists per game. So he's absolutely dishing pretty much the top of all of Nemesis. So this guy is going to find plays out for his teammates. He's going to make plays happen. That's a big reason why they were able to take the 2 seed. And this one popped up by Vulcan. He shot toward net, but Zen will take it off to the side. He's now north, taking control, sending it back in. Zen gonna take it out over the top of Bluey, looking to stay with it. This one's sent towards Vulcan. Vulcan have to make a touch. It's a little bit dangerous, but North gonna help him out for the moment. Still off the backboard. Dimitri coming up to find a 50. This one's sent off to the side. Zen now putting it in. Bluey gonna take a little bit of control. 50 with rival. And Bluey now got a teammate in the midfield, trying to pass it over with Dimitri. All over that one. Vulcan, can he get back to that one? He cannot, and Dimitri gonna catch him out again.
Dimitri just beating him to the play, knowing that he's going for the flick, and Dimitri just dunking. Vulcan not able to make it back in time, and that seems to be the big key, is the Dragons are struggling to get the ball out of their half, and moving forward, they got to do a better job at getting the right 50s.
Yeah, definitely so. That was the second counterattack that we saw by the Bananas, catching the Dragon just a little bit off guard here. We're gonna have to see if the Dragons can clean that up. As Bluey trying to fire a shot, but Zen back in time to push that one away. This one floating down to the midfield. Rival cleared off for a moment. Bluey trying to find a touch, can't quite find it. Vulcan looking for Bluey, find a redirect. Oh my goodness! Look at the pre-jump and look at that goal.
What a pre-jump passing play. Vulcan from way downtown just taps it right to Bluey. Zen expecting nobody to be there on the forward pass, and Bluey just gonna put that one in.
And that's what we love to see from the Titan League. The best of the best that Nemesis has to offer here. They're going to make some highlights for sure. The Dragons on the board in this one. They're trying to make something happen here in the final minute. As they find themselves down 2-1. Trying to take an early lead in this best of 7. Bluey now fire this one off the backboard and going to find a double tap. Bluey does it again.
Bluey tying it up. With 40 seconds left, Zen just not able to connect, and a nice double tap by Bluey. Rival is trying to predict where that ball is going to go, but can't connect. What a shot by Bluey.
And Bluey is one of those guys that you got to watch out for if you're the Bananas. North and Vulcan are obviously great players as well, but oh my goodness, Bluey, just a hat trick in no time.
A hat trick on a kickoff goal from Bluey. What a bump by North. Right there, just getting Zen out of the play, removing him, and giving them the lead. I mean, 3 goals within 30 seconds. The Dragons have taken the lead convincingly now.
Wow, that is what a turn of events here. It's the Dragons. Just when you thought the Bananas were going to come through with a solid, here comes a 4th. And the Dragons, just 4 goals in a matter of, what, only 30 seconds? 40 seconds?
Yeah, I believe it was 42 seconds. They've scored 4 goals for the Dragons, and Vulcan able to get one on the board for himself. North facilitating the passing plays, and Bluey just getting a hat trick. This team is in full motion right now. It is giving the Bananas a run for their money, Rockerman.
Yeah, and it looks like they should be able to hold on to this game 1, but the Bananas have a quick answer here to try to get this first game. Bluey taking it up high. 2 Bananas are going to go. Bluey just taking it over the top with a flip reset off the backboard. Going to leave it for North. Trying to find the shot. He's not quite going to find it, but still, that will secure a game 1 victory for the Dragons. What a comeback they're going at the very end.
What a comeback from the Dragons. taking a convincing lead for game one. I mean, that's got to be a confidence booster coming out of the gates, Rocker Man.
Oh, most definitely. You got to be feeling confident after that one. As it seemed like Coin that Bananas had all the control, but somehow, some way, I mean, 4 goals in the last couple seconds. That is a heartbreaking way to lose game one.
Yeah, and I mean, up until a minute and 44 seconds, they had 2 shots on net for their name. They were able to put 7 shots on net within a minute and 30 seconds. That means that they're scoring a shot on net every 10 seconds. I mean, the absolute turnaround from the Dragons is stunning.
Yeah, that is stunning, and it's a long series, but that is huge. You mentioned to the confident. It's got to be a huge confidence boost for the Dragons on that one, and on the other end here, Coin. How are the Bananas going to respond here in game two after pretty much controlling it and then just kind of losing it at the very last second?
Yeah, I think the Bananas have to continue playing their game. I mean, there's some good setups there. Maybe conserve boost a little bit, and Vulcan coming right out of the gate to start us off with a goal.
And they're wasting no time, picking up right where they left off, and 5 second in, Vulcan just catching the defense off guard, and it looks like it's a switch around. They're catching the Bananas off guard. I mean, a lot of those plays at the end of game one, Coin, were really, really great plays. The bump plays, the double taps. I mean, very impressive, but catching the Bananas off guard, and these guys got to find a way to regroup.
Yeah, they got to contest at the midfield. They cannot give space to this Dragons team. Otherwise, they're going to roll out passing plays. They're just going to hit, and just like this might go in, and it is!
Oh my goodness, so what is happening with the Bananas right now? The Dragon just put on an outburst. Is this one just 50'd out and no one back on the Bananas end? Zen trying his best to flip to it, but what is going on, Coin? What is that, 6 unanswered goals in the last 3 minutes of gameplay?
Yeah, I mean, absolute shutdown. I mean, Zen just 0 boost past the midfield line. Maybe, I mean, just like that, another one. Maybe a deeper third man would benefit them a little bit better, but the Dragons are absolutely taking this to the Bananas. Good bump there, good pass, but Bluey just there faster. Yeah, I think midfield contention for this Bananas team is going to help them and give them a little bit of space.
Yeah, definitely so. They were doing pretty solid in that in the first game. As here comes North, gonna fire that one, but a huge save comes through. As that one's hit off the backboard. What a save there by the Bananas. Able to stop the bleeding momentarily. This one sent back towards the net. Louis gonna find a catch, trying to take it down, looking for a 50. Gonna send this one up high. North is already there, and Bluey up as well, trying to find a dunk on Dimitri. That's this one off to the side. North now stopping it just for a moment. Zen gonna get it by one. Vulcan gonna cut that off. Could be an opportunity. Fire this one towards the net, off the back. We're looking for a follow. Bluey can't connect. Dimitri is diving in, trying to put some pressure on. Bananas not quite able to make it through. They still find themselves down by 2. Gonna get it by 1 for a moment. Dimitri. And Bananas stuck a little bit. Zen gonna get it by 2. It's just Bluey to beat. He's trying to send it down, but not a lot of boost to work with. That's going to allow Bluey to take control, take it out. Looking to find the 50 here. Going to find a pinch. TRS rival. Got to take control. They're able to send that one out. And it looks like for the moment, Coin, they kind of stopped the bleeding. Well, I shouldn't have said that. Bluey coming through with another goal.
The caster curse coming true for Rockerman, and Vulcan gonna pop that over rival and then slot that one. Top bins. I mean, Dimitri expecting a bump, going for a squishy save. And I mean, you gotta think, has the Dragons gotten into the Bananas' head here?
Yeah, there might be a little bit of mind games here. A demo attempt gonna try to come through. Dimitri trying to 50 and low, but double demo gonna clear all the Bananas out. As that one looked like their best opportunity yet. As this one floating towards the net, Dimitri have to make the last second save, and he does. This one is sent off to the side. The Bananas in desperate need to try to find something here, as they have allowed 7 unanswered goals here in the last about 6 minutes of gameplay. This one dropping down. A little bit of a 50 coming off the backboard. Bluey gonna send it out to TRS rival, waiting in the midfield, but he's gonna be dunked out massively by North. As that one off the sidewall. Zen with a great touch, able to get it out. As Vulcan trying to drop it down. Here comes Bluey looking for an opportunity. This ball is just floating. Dimitri looking to take control, but he passed it right to North. Can't quite hit the angle though. That one might be one he's going to want back, but Dragons still sitting pretty happy with this 3-goal lead here. About 2 minutes remaining, Coin.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just all Dragons, and Banana just stuck on their own half. I would like to see them contest, a little bit before the midfield line, because right now they just have all the time in the world, and Bananas are just not connecting with the ball the way they need to be.
Yeah, they're not, and I've brought this up before, Coin, in previous seasons, but a lot of times when you're a 2 seed like this, like the Bananas, you don't play for for a week or two, maybe even 3 with the Independence Day break, unfortunately. And it looked like I wasn't gonna say anything about it at first because Bananas started out with the first 2 goals, but maybe that's some of what this is. I mean, these guys haven't played in a little bit, Coin. Maybe still trying to find their way back together.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be a problem of linking up after not playing for a little bit of time, but I know that some of these guys play with each other outside of Nemesis, so this should be natural for them. It's a little bit shocking to see that we've seen a shutout here in game number 2, but I don't think we will have that for very long. I mean, once both these teams get warmed up, I mean, it seems like the Dragons have found their pace, but once the Bananas get warmed up, I think it'll be a completely different series.
Definitely so. And they're going to have to find something here. We're in the final 30 seconds of game number 2. Looking like the Dragons going to win back-to-back. As Zen trying to come through. This one sent off to the side, 50 off the wall. Will be popped up in the air. Vulcan going to find a touch in the midfield. Bluey sending this one up high. Going to try to drop it down, looking for the touch, and it's going to go in again. Bluey, he strikes once more.
Bluey hits a nice little soft touch here. Flies over to it and then just gets it right on top of Zen's head. All 3 Banana players are up, but they just can't get it to go. Man, this Dragons team is looking tough. I mean, this is looking like a championship team right now, Rocker Man.
Yeah, they are looking really good and keeping the momentum from the play-ins where they got that sweep over Venganza. They are looking solid here as they are going to take game number 2. And now the big question we ask ourselves, Coin, does the tactical timeout come in play? It's the one thing that's different from the regular season for these teams. All these teams have one tactical timeout to use. They get an extra minute in between games if they choose to use it. And for me, Coin, if I'm the Bananas right now, I'm calling timeout right away.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now, too. I mean, just stop the bleeding. I mean, if you go down another game, I mean, against a team like the Dragons, I don't think it's very likely that you're going to pull up a reverse sweep. If you would have said before this series that the Dragons were the number 7 seed, I would have been surprised. Because right now they're playing like a top 4 seed. I mean, if you would have told me this is the number 1 seed in Titan League, I wouldn't be surprised just based on how well all 3 of these players are playing.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, they look very good, and I think you're exactly right. I think it just goes to show the depth of the Titan League this season. Pretty much 1 through almost 10, I would say. I mean, even almost 12. I mean, Titan League came down to the last day of the regular season with 15 teams in contention, so that just shows you how close it was. And it looks like the Bananas are not going to opt for the timeout, Coin, but instead they are going to bring in Tashega, a Nemesis veteran here, trying to bring some life to this Bananas team. And Zen, oh my goodness, off the rip.
Ooh, a Zen double tap off of a tap out from Vulcan. Zen just there with the dunk, gets the double and says, hey, I'm here to play, all right? We're not out yet. Zen with an amazing double tap.
Oh my goodness, and that is how you break the scoreless drought there, right? With that one, and come back with 2. How about that, Dimitri? Striking quick, and Bananas up 2-0.
2 goals in 10 seconds to start out strong for the Bananas. Dimitri cheating right and is able to make that one go for a 2-goal lead right off rip.
Yeah, definitely so. And I mean, wow, that is exactly what you needed. And are they going to make it 3? Oh my goodness, 3 goals in 13 seconds.
3 goals. Zen gets his 2nd goal, this time off of a kickoff. Dimitri just getting it still. Zen cheating straight mid. And 3 goals. I mean, the turnaround once again for the Bananas. I mean, it flip-flopped from game 2 over to game 3 as Bananas have all of the momentum right now.
That is a crazy start there for the Bananas. 3 goals in 13 seconds. That is how you bring it back here. And, you know, they're scoring so much, Quinn. We didn't even really get to talk about this. I mean, I mentioned it, but Tashega in the game here for TRS Rival, looking for a little bit of a switch up. How do you think that is going to impact them? I mean, clearly it started out well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes all you need, especially when your third man is close in price from your sub, sometimes a little switch out is all your team needs just to kind of get things fresh.
Yeah, definitely so. And TRS Rival is a great player as well. Was a contender for Rival League MVP last season in the regular season, and they've done a great job helping the Bananas get to the 2 seed. But Tashega also has some good aura to him in this one, and it seems like it's helping out. And like you mentioned, sometimes all you need is just a little bit of a switch, and it can change things around. And you know, sometimes, Coin, it can even just get in the other team's head. It's just something that they're going to be thinking about now. Like, oh, we were just destroying that roster. Now they switched it around, and things are going a lot better for them. Oh my gosh, that one tough miss.
Yeah, tough miss from Zen there, as that ball was set up perfectly from Tashega on the board for Tashega, the sub. What a shot, Dimitri. Off the ceiling, passes down, good 50 by Zen, and Tashega has the open net opportunity.
Yeah, and that one causing the Dragons a double commit with their pressure, and it's just a whole different Bananas team right here. They've started out early, now they've got 4 goals, and it seems like it's looking like what we saw in the first couple minutes there. This one fired across, some demos came through, not able to quite get it on net, but it's looking like the Bananas team we saw in the first 3 minutes or so of game number 1.
I mean, props to the Bananas for the absolute turnaround in game 3. I mean, they are playing how they need to be playing. I mean, they're not the number 2 seed for no reason. I mean, they're there for a reason. And they're playing like they're meant to be the number 2 seed.
Yeah, definitely so. And they were actually in a tie for the best record in Titan League this season. So these guys are definitely a championship contender and trying to bring it back here against the Dragons. And the one thing people don't notice is this one's going to be fired out. Actually, hold that thought, as Bluey is going to get the Dragons on the board here in game 3.
Yeah, Bluey, a long-range snipe. Zen is not able to connect to Shega, just not expecting a no 50 coming out of Zen, and that's going to go in for Bluey. I mean, Bluey's been putting up goals here, Rocker, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Bluey's just a goal scorer. I mean, he's not a super goal scorer, but I mean, he's one of the best. He is second in score per game in all of Titan, nearly 500 score per game in the Titan League in the regular season. So, I mean, this man is an absurd player, and 1.15 goals per game. So he is going to put his goals in. He's going to put the score on the board, and he's going to make you pay. And he's done it so far in this series. You saw earlier hat trick, and I believe that was game number 1. And right there, he's going to find a goal on the board. Still a lot of time, actually, to come back in this one. 2 minutes, only down by 3. We saw how they came back with 4 goals in a matter of about a minute in game 1, so you can't count these Dragons out quite yet. This one's going to be 50 off to the side.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't count them out this soon based on how they're playing. I mean, they got 4 goals in a matter of 40 seconds, Rocker, man. I mean, it's still possible. They could take the lead before OT.
Yeah, definitely so. They could push it to a 3-0 series lead as well, which would be just an absurd deficit to try to overcome. So the Bananas really got to focus up here and lock down this final minute 20. The demo comes out midair. Bluey gonna find a 50. It's dropped down in the midfield. This ball be 50'd again. A little bit of a double commit from the Dragons. S North coming through. Dimitri gonna find a touch. Vulcan able to send this one down. It's gonna be hit off the wall. Tashega taking this one up, trying to send it to the midfield. This Bluey gonna take control in the corner. Gonna get it by 1. This ball off to the side wall. Minute remaining. Good fake underneath by Dimitri. Gonna get it by a second. Gonna get demoed for his efforts. This one popped up, looking for a little passing play to Shega in the midfield, looking for the shot. Bluey gonna make a last-ditch save. He's able to get it away. This one again popped up. The Bananas putting on some pressure, popping in the midfield. Dimitri gonna try to leave it for Tshega there. Tshega off the backboard, gonna find a 50. Another opportunity, just gonna doink it in. Dimitri puts it home, and that's gotta be the dagger here in game 3.
Yeah, I believe that is the dagger, Rockerman. Tshega gets a nice little sandwich pass off the backboard. Dimitri, no boost, but goes for it anyways, and Bluey just can't connect for the save.
Yeah, and it looks like Bananas are gonna get their footing in this series, barring an insane miracle from the Dragons here. In the final 30 seconds, it's 5-1 here. Shot can be fired towards net Zen. Gonna find a 50 on Bluey. 30 seconds now. Vulcan gonna turn it by 1, trying to get it by a second, but Bananas gonna clear it out for a moment. Vulcan, oh my goodness, he takes out the defender. Bluey, can he find this double tap? Oh my goodness, he almost puts it in, but Tshega gonna get it off to the side. That was almost an insane play right there. But alas, the Dragons could not get it through. And Bananas, they are gonna hold on in the final seconds here. Gonna be getting themselves a win on the board here. And finally, they're gonna get through as this one is gonna touch the ground right before the net.
Yeah, that was a must-win for the Bananas. I mean, going down 3-0 in a series would have not been good. And the Dragons getting the goal there at the last minute. I mean, it just goes to show you that Dragons team could absolutely turn the tables at any moment, and this Banana team cannot allow them to get going, because if they do, it could very well go Dragons for the next 2 games.
Definitely so, but that is a great answer there from the Bananas, switching up the roster just a little bit, and it worked out there in that game number 3. And well, they didn't need the tactical timeout in that one, Coin. They just kind of stuck with a slightly different roster, but they pushed through, and now this is once again a crucial game number 4. It's a pivot point, Coin. Someone's gonna be either up 3-1 or it's gonna be tied 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans want to see this game to go to 7. I mean, game 7 alert is always what the fans are looking for, but it would be stunning to see the Dragons win the next 2 and absolutely just dominate the number 2 seed. I mean, though both outcomes will be entertaining, but I'm rooting for a game 7, Rocker, man.
Always is this one fired towards that, gonna be saved at the last moment as North coming through. And yeah, we'll have to see if the Bananas can keep that performance. They scored 3 goals in 13 seconds in that game number 3, but do they have enough to keep it going in this game number 4? Demo gonna come through North, gonna find a good 50. It's gonna be tough because I feel like this Dragons team is so solid. Dimitri gonna find a 50 by 1 North, not a lot of boosts, able to get to the corner. Dimitri, no boost to his name either. This one gonna be shot down. Bluey dropping it out. Here comes Tshega, and over the 50, gonna find it. This one off the ceiling. Here comes Zen trying to drop it down, but just gonna be sent off to the corner. Bluey now taking control, gonna find a 50, but only so far as Zen sends it back in. North gonna find one off to the side while Dimitri, we're gonna find a touch, popping it up high. Bluey, a lot of boost to work with, gonna find a first touch, finding a second, looking to dribble it through, finds a good 50, could be a shot opportunity. Bluey's hunting for the net. Dimitri's gonna make an insane save off the backboard to keep that one away. And both these teams looking for some good chances here early, going.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth from both teams right now. I mean, shot difference not too crazy, but the Bananas just stuck in their net for a moment there. I mean, that's definitely not what the Bananas need. They cannot get stuck in their own half, in their own net. Otherwise, Dragons are going to have a field day. But these demos coming out of the Bananas are giving them some space.
Yeah, definitely so. They are working well as more demos are raining down on the pitch. As Dimitri now, a lot of space. Vulcan, not a lot of boost. Gonna get up a flip reset over the top of one, off the corner. Gonna keep this one in. Tshega looking to take control. Gonna try to send it out. He's by one, Bluey. And he blocked by Dimitri in the midfield, but Vulcan able to get the clear. But Zen was waiting. Bluey gonna find the touch off the backboard. Gonna have to try to find another. This ball is super dangerous. Bluey trying to find the touch. Not gonna work. But here comes Dimitri. Looking for the shot. And a bump attempt from Tshega. Trying to get that one out. Almost able to do so. As this game still tied at 0-0. So we're approaching the halfway point. Shot, a pass attempt there almost. Gonna go towards the net, but not quite as Vulcan taking control. Now Dimitri, 50 in the midfield. Gonna block this one up high. Zen is up on this ball. Dimitri is sending this one in again. And this one actually a dangerous ball out of the midfield. Here comes Tshega, but the save is going to come through. And oh my goodness, the one thing I'm seeing, Coin, right now is the Bananas. They feel like they look so much faster than they did in the first 2 games.
Yeah, a full court press for the Bananas right now. I mean, the Dragons have been stuck on their own half for a little bit more than a minute and have no answer for the Bananas right now. I mean, that demo could have opened up some space. No, Bluey backs off, but right now it's been all Bananas. Even when they're on defense, I mean, they're just continuing their offense. They're just continuing the full court press that they've had in the second half.
Yeah, definitely so. And that's something you mentioned, Coin. I'll give you some props for that one. You said they just need to go. They need to start challenging in the midfield. And it's been working. Seems like the key to success so far, at least in the last game and the beginning of this game. But still, they find themselves at 0-0 with the Dragons, who have been playing good enough defense to get it off. Is this one? Oh my goodness, almost gonna 50 off of Zen's car into the net. That would have been a catastrophe for the Bananas. Instead, they're lucky to escape. Still tied at 0-0. Vulcan taking this one across, gonna get it by one, gonna pop this one up over a second. Who's bumped off? North trying to get out. Vulcan is hunting for Dimitri up the wall. North gonna be blocked by Teshega. That was a dangerous ball. Little pass in midfield. It's gonna pinch off a car going towards the net, but not gonna go. And Coin, a minute remaining here. The Dragons trying to get this 3-1 lead, but the Bananas looking for this shot. North is gonna be blocked. The follow-up attempt is not gonna go.
I mean, right now the Bananas are doing everything they can to get one on the board. They're demoing, they're boost stealing, and just like that, Dimitri cannot get it to go. North is gonna score with the last minute remaining.
And I think, was there a demo yet? Teshega erased off the map by Vulcan, and Bluey just an insane 50. And the Dragons, after surviving on defense, Coin, they find themselves up by one win away from, I guess, putting themselves one win away from moving on.
Absolutely. The Bananas have got to do something right now. And this man, Dimitri, could get it done. But there has to be a second man there to follow up these shots. I mean, there's little gaps here that the Dragons are giving up, but there's got to be somebody on the Bananas there to connect. And if that doesn't happen, they're not going to make one in the net within this last 15 seconds. They got to get something rolling right now. Being down 3-0 would be detrimental for this Bananas team.
Yeah, and they're going to have to get going here. Final seconds. Can they find one? Vulcan, he's wasting the time, trying to take control. Send it towards the backboard. This ball is going to have to be kept up. Dimitri popping it. Going to need some help. It's still up in the air. Zen sending it down, but that ball is not going to go. And the Dragons going to put themselves one win away from moving on.
One win is all it takes. Is Bananas are now playing for their life in a game, in a series they were supposed to win on paper. I mean, absolutely stunning from this Dragons team to really just take it to the number 2 seed and play their best Rocket League.
And I mean, look at those saves right there. That's what I'm looking at. Coin, 9 saves from the Dragons, 10 shots from the Bananas. They just put up the brick wall and said, "You shall not pass." And my goodness, they blocked everything there. And now 3-1 down in this series. They didn't call a tactical timeout last time, Coin, and it doesn't look like they're going to be doing it this time, which is a little surprising to me. Maybe give themselves some time to think about it, but it looks like they're trying to play on. Oh, actually, they are going to call a timeout here.
Oh.
Right as I say that, I was just begging for them to call it, so they're going to call timeout.
Yeah, they definitely did it too. I mean, you're playing for your life right now. It's time to make a game plan. I mean, you cannot just try to ram the ball into the net. You gotta create some sort of plan. Maybe it's a demo pass. Maybe it's a demo solo play. You gotta have some plan of action to go against this Dragons team right now. They just need to connect, and that second man has got to be ready for the Bananas. And if they can do that, they might be able to pull off the mini reverse sweep, but it's going to be a tough mountain to climb for this Bananas team as we are going into Game 5, Rockerman.
Well, that might have been the shortest timeout in Nemesis history, as then calls the timeout and then immediately says, "We good." So no timeout. I mean, they used the timeout, so they won't get another one if the series extends, but we will go on. I guess they needed the shortest timeout in Nemesis history there.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is a few seconds to say, "Hey, we need to do this, this, and that, and let's get rolling." And also, the other team's expecting to get a whole minute, and then you stop them from the plan. So maybe that was their plan of action, is to call a timeout and then say, "All right, we're ready. And the Dragon just expecting that they had more time than they were gonna get.
I guess so. Well, maybe a little bit of mind games here in the Titan League as, well, Bananas, they might just need it here as they find themselves down 3-1, the number 2 seed here in the Titan League, tied for the best record in Titan. But Titan has been so close, so it's hard for me to call this an upset as the Dragons were only 2 wins behind this Bananas team. So the Titan League super close, and the Dragons showing everyone why they are here to play, why they're here to be a championship contender. We'll have to see if they can close out the series or if the Bananas can extend this series to a Forbidden Temple. And this one popped up in the air. Tashega gonna find a 50 in the midfield. Zen looking to take control. This ball up there. Dimitri gonna take that one up the sidewall. Looking to stay with it. Not a lot of boost. Trying to find that one. Gonna find a 50 off the backboard. This one be blocked up by Tashega. Trying to stay with it. He's going to take it towards net. Bluey going to find a 50. This ball is still floating. Needs to find a follow. Dimitri off the backboard again. He's then trying to find it now. Tashega coming through looking for the shot, but they can't find that one again. And Coin the Bananas, they have some decent plays. They just can't find it through the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, they're finding the opportunities, but like you said, they're just not able to get them on target. And I think that's going to be, I mean, it's so far it seemed to be their biggest problem is getting these shots on target. As Tashega gets bumped there, but able to recover. It's a nice pass out to Zen, but yeah, I mean, in another one a little bit high. They just gotta find that target accuracy, and if they can do that, you know, they might be able to pull off the mini reverse sweep. But it seems to be one of their biggest problems right now.
Yeah, and they can't find their shots, but the Dragons have just found some absurd defense. They've made some crazy saves, shutting down everything that the Bananas have tried to do. As now we're into this game number 5. 0-0. Bananas need to find something. I think a bump came through, and Dimitri's going to take it in for the Bananas.
Shega, a nice bump on Bluey. And Dimitri just able to take that full court and just hit that one in.
Yeah, and huge play from Tashega there, able to get that bump, opening up some space, and the Bananas, they finally break through on the Dragons defense. They find themselves up 1-0. Season is on the line. Can they add some insurance to it? Oh, this one not gonna happen. North is gonna get it around the defense.
And North is gonna shut down the momentum of the Bananas right off jump. Vulcan over to North past Tashega, and Zen is not there in time with no boost once again. And man, the Dragons are taking it to the Bananas right now.
Yeah, and that's just a huge answer. Right when the Bananas were like, oh, we finally got something going in our favor, North finds an answer right away as Tashega taking this one off the backboard. North gonna take control with the little boost he has. This one out in the corner. Dimitri finding a touch there, but it drops down to Tashega with opportunity out to Dimitri. A nice passing play, catching the Dragons out. Look at that one.
Tashega to Dimitri, nice 50 from Dimitri. Tashega pops it up. Dimitri just getting back into the play as first man, able to get that one through. I mean, if I'm the Bananas right now, I'm taking every game one at a time. You don't want to think about the fact that you got to win 3 consecutive games. You just got to imagine playing the right Rocket League 3 games in a row. And I think this Bananas team can get it done, but they're going to have to keep this going for 3 consecutive games, and that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it definitely will, but again, like you mentioned, you kind of got to take it one at a time here. And with 1:30, can the Bananas hold on? Can they send this to Forbidden Temple? This one across in the midfield, North with some good speed, able to snag that boost and keep it in, but only for a moment as Dimitri sends it down. Vulcan gonna find a banging clear. North is making a turn, has an opportunity, and he's gonna clang it in.
Bang! North from way downtown. Vulcan is going to hit that one off his own corner. North is there at the right time. Hits it on the right side of the net. North, the man, the myth, the legend, just putting that one in to tie it up.
Oh man, and every time they need an answer, it's North in this game right here. He's answered twice against the Bananas. Now they find themselves 2-2. Can they close off the series? Or will the Bananas be able to survive and move on to one more game at least? This one 50'd off to the side. North now gonna take control, sending it out. It's out in the midfield. Bluey, he's gonna find a touch now. It's Bluey versus, that was Dimitri there. Gonna find the block. Dimitri off to the side, gonna find a 50 out. Zen looking to find something here in the corner. Gonna find a 50 for the moment. This one looking for a bump north. Just able to get it around 1. He's trying to find a bump of his own. A little fake comes through. Zen gonna take it by 1. Can he get it around Bluey? Oh my goodness, he goes for the fake. It almost goes through, but Bluey just big enough to get his body in the way. As the seconds are ticking down in regulation, final 30 here. Can the Bananas find something here? Will the Dragons be able to close off this series? Or when we see overtime again, as Tashega is going to be pumped off by Dimitri, who's got a little bit more boost. As they're sending it in the corner, bumps coming through. Oh my goodness, it's a 2-man wrecking crew, and Zen puts it in.
The double bump from Tashega and Dimitri, just trusting that Zen's going to be able to be there at the right time. And he's there. The full court press once again works for the Bananas.
Good luck in net with those two coming at you. As Zen is going to sneak it in, and the Bananas might just be able to push this to 6. As this ball in the midfield, Bluey, does he have something to say about it? Dimitri going to send it off to the side. 50 going to come through. Dragons trying to find one more. This ball popped up dangerously. North finds a touch. There's Zen. Going to clear it out, but the Dragons might have a chance here. Zen going to block this one up. It's out off the backboard. Bananas trying to send this one down. It's off the corner. Vulcan going to keep it up. This one still going. Bluey keeps it up to Shega. He's going to let this one drop. And the Bananas are going to force us to a game number 6 coin.
Forcing a game 6 with 15 seconds left. The Bananas get it done. Like I said, they just got to focus on, one step after the next. Just focus on the games you have ahead. One more win and you're tied up. Series, game 7. It's one game to win. I mean, I know if it seems like 2 games in a row, but just focus on the next game. And it seems like Bananas are doing a good job at breaking down all of these, individual games. They're going to get right back into it, Rocker Man. No delay at all for both teams if they want to go back at it.
Yeah, they do, and we are heading to Forbidden Temple, where craziness ensues. Will we see a Game 7, or will the Dragons be able to pull off the 2-7 upset? That is what we're going to find here, and we're going to have to see if the Bananas can keep up their offense that they had last game, Coin, because they just outpaced the Dragons. A huge bump comes through. This one can be sent off the backboard, could still be dangerous. What's going to be popped out is it was 9-3 in the shot department in favor of the Bananas in that last game.
Wow. I mean, it just goes to show you the quality of the shot oftentimes matters more than the quantity. And man, oh man, has this Bananas team turned up the heat. As that's free for Zen, as they're going to take it up 1-0 to start.
And that's what they needed here. Zen, he pops it off the backboard, and North just can't make this touch there. And Zen just going to beat him out to it. A little misplay, and the Bananas are still in this one.
The Bananas staying alive in game number 6.
We're going to have to see if they can keep it up. Is that one going to sneak by? North going to put it in.
North is able to sneak this one in off a demo. And Zen just not able to connect off of what could have been a save. Just rushing back a little bit too soon. And now back to the drawing board for the Bananas. And Dragons is trying to win one game to send the Bananas home for the season.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to do so here in this game. As it seems like it was like this way in the last one. Is Zen? Wait a minute. Oh my goodness, Zen. Again, this man cannot stop hitting these doubles.
This man hit another double once again off the sidewall. Vulcan not there to connect. And Zen, ground double. Gonna get his team on the board for 2. Could he go for a hat trick in game number 6? That is the question.
What you're going to have to see is he is going to try to do just that here and try to will his team to a game 7. It's this one in the zone. Bluey, he's going to bang it out. Vulcan out of the midfield opportunity, but not quite going to go to Shega. Sending this one towards the net. Vulcan going to find a touch. Demo attempt coming through. Not going to find it this time as Dimitri is blocked up. North trying to beat out the defender to it. Going to get into the corner. Bump attempt comes through, but not going to find its way this time as Vulcan off the sidewall. Dragons looking to come on the attack. Vulcan off the backboard. Dimitri makes a great touch just in time. It looked like Vulcan was going to find that read, but not this time. It's a 50 coming in the midfield. Bananas double diving in on that one. It's going to work out for a moment as they're able to send it in. Dimitri off the corner. Looking for that read. Oh my goodness, he almost finds it. as that went off to the side. But Coin, these Bananas, again, it's just, their pressure just looks so different from early on in the series. And it's working to perfection right now.
Yeah, I mean they're putting on the heat. I mean, just like that. I mean, the rotations on defense have been solid for the Bananas, and this has allowed them to have a higher quality offense. I mean, when your defense rolls out correctly, your offense does as well. And just like that, another shot on net for the Bananas. That's 3. A lot of midfield contention from both teams, with Bananas got the edge here. If they can hold on, it is a fake. It's going to be good for Tashega. That one just going to float on in.
Yeah, that one just gonna be popped over the top and off the ceiling and in. You don't see that too often. It looks like Bluey and then I think they just thought there's gonna be a 50 of some sort, but hey, you know, Coin, sometimes those things go in, and I mean, it's Forbidden Temple after all, so why don't we see some craziness like that?
Craziness indeed, as the Bananas have made a turnaround. Interesting touch there, but Shega able to get it clear. Yeah, I mean, the Bananas, just one of those teams who are always in it. I mean, every single one of these Titan teams are capable of winning a chip. Just gotta play their best Rocket League, and both teams trying to do it.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you right now which team is going to win this series.
Yeah, definitely so. I agree completely. I mean, this is probably the most competitive league, maybe in Nemesis history, to be honest with you, with the way things have gone here. And right now, Dragons, they are leading the series, but the Bananas are looking to force this Game 7. Game 7 alerts might be raining down on the chat and the Discord here very shortly. Is this one going to be blocked up high? Bananas just looking to hold on. A minute 29. Zen into the corner, looking to find that 50. It pops up, dangerous ball, but Shega not willing to challenge this one quite yet as he's up in the air, looking to trying to find a 50. Is Vulcan. This one pops up high. Opportunity for North. He's going to fake it down for Bluey. Great idea, but Zen was all over that one. Bananas just really having each other's backs in this game. As here comes Tashega looking for a shot off the backboard. Vulcan waiting on that near post to find something. And he does. And Coin, a minute remaining here. The Dragons, they are going to have to find 2 goals in a minute. They've done it before. We saw what happened in game 1, but this is to avoid a game number 7 as a demo is going to come through. It'll clear off to the corner for the moment, and another save comes through.
Oh, yeah, I mean, right now, they are struggling to get it off to their half. I mean, when they do, they have limited boosts on offense, and then just like that, Tashega is there to save. I mean, they got to clear out the net. They got to do what the Bananas are doing to them. That's a good passing play, but nobody to follow up. Is Tashega able to get a nice clear? But yeah, they seem to be banging it right at the Bananas, and the Bananas are just able to take their time, control, because they got the boost. They're taking their time, and then Zen coming off the ceiling for a 50. I mean, they got to do that to this Bananas team. And if they can't, this might be a Bananas Game 7 win. As Zen just not able to connect, and this is going to game number 7, Rocker Man.
We are going to game 7, folks. The Bananas coming back from down 3-1. They have forced a game number 7. Get those game 7 alerts out in the chats, folks, as we are going to be heading to Champions Field with a spot in the semifinals on the line. And once again, Coin, we just saw the Bananas dominating in that game. It just seems like they had all the pressure. I mean, Dragons, they still had 5 shots, but just not quite enough. And for me, Coin, once again, I got to bring it back. If I'm the Dragons, it might be timeout time. Give a little ice. The Bananas have all the momentum right now.
Yep, I definitely agree. It's time to get that timeout in effect. And a coin prediction might come through, Rocker Man. I said it. Game 7, Bananas. Will it go OT? That's the question. But yeah, if I'm the Dragons, I'm taking a timeout right now. I'm coming back to the drawing board and trying to figure out what we need to do to win this Game 7.
Yeah, definitely so, but Coin, it doesn't look like they are going to do it here, as we are going to be heading over to Champions Field for Game 7. I mean, Coin, this has been a great series. We've seen it back and forth. The Dragons, from the play-in tournament, have put on a great show, going up 3-1 in this series, but the Bananas have battled back. What are you looking forward to in Game 7 here?
I'm looking for some midfield contention. I mean, the Bananas were taking it to the Dragons when it came to their offense, but they got to do that to the Bananas. I mean, they cannot just expect the Bananas to give them space because it's not going to happen. The Bananas knew the mistakes that they made earlier on in this series, and they're not looking back. They're looking forward to win this game 7. It's a nice flip reset from Bluey, but it's just not going to be able to go. It's a good save by Dimitri.
Definitely so. We're going to have to see, do the Dragons have the ice in them? Can they bring it back? Can they avoid blowing a 3-1 lead? Or will it be the Bananas? This one sent down over the top. It's Zen. He starts the scoring off for the Bananas.
Zen started him off strong, off the sidewall, over one. Vulcan just not able to connect. Zen taking it all the way across the field. And Bananas starting out strong.
If they are going to start off with the goal, continuing their momentum, and the Dragons, they desperately needed that first goal. Didn't really get to talk about it, but the Bananas, with that first goal in Game 7, it's so much momentum in their favor. But as we saw in the last game, or Game 5, and a little bit at the beginning of Game 6, the Dragons usually had a quick answer. Do they have one here? It was North in that Game 5. Found a couple answers before they dropped it at the very end, but can they find something here? This ball rolling back in the Banana zone. Popped up high. Here's Bluey off the corner. Gonna find a little bit of a double tap as this one is gonna drop down. Vulcan trying to put it in to Shega. Up in the air. Finds that one, but he's not able to stick with it. And that one fired towards the net, but Zen, he was waiting. He got his teammates back. And that's something else we've seen recently here, Coin, is that the Bananas, I feel like they have just had their teammates' backs on every occasion in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing like a full team, and just like that, a little bit of a scramble on offense for the Dragons. They got to take their time. They cannot afford a double commit. I mean, I know they're trying to get something on the board, and they're doing a better job at contesting here. But right there, Tashega has got time and space on the ball. That cannot happen. But Vulcan is able to find and connect into a flip reset. And North is able to clean it up. A Vulcan flip reset pass to North. What a shot.
Oh my goodness, Vulcan, what a play. It rings off the post, but North is there for the cleanup. And right when the Dragons needed an answer, they find it back here, all tied at 1 apiece here. 2:55 remaining in game number 7. The Dragons looking to pull off this upset. The Bananas looking to come back from down 3-1. This ball in the Bananas zone here. Dimitri gonna try to take control. He's got a lot of boost. Gonna try to 50 out North his end. Gonna help him out for a moment, but this ball pops up high. Dimitri trying to get up to it. Bluey can't connect. Vulcan gonna go over the top of Tashega. It could be an opportunity. Bluey is hunting down Zen. Watch out. He's gonna make the save. Is that one fired through? Another demo. Gonna ring by. This one sent off to the corner, but boy, that was such a great answer from the Dragons here. And they gotta see if they can carry the momentum over. They've been able to answer a couple times, but they just haven't been able to break through for that lead in a couple games.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge momentum goal for the Dragons. I mean, they were facing a little bit of a shutout there for a moment. And Tashega forced to make a last-minute save, and he does. Another double commit coming out of the Dragons. Vulcan trying to put that one in as the Dragons are taking it. They're taking it to this Bananas team now. As a little bit of a momentum shift. Could it go OT? Could Coin's prediction still stand true? As 2 demos go through, Dimitri and Vulcan demo each other, but right now a lot of back and forth from both sides, Rocker Man.
Yeah, and the Dragons actually in the last like 30 seconds or so, they were pounding the net there, trying to break through. We're not quite able to. Tashega firing off the backward. Here comes Zen, but Vulcan denying it. As this one still popped up, could be an opportunity for Dimitri. It's a little bit far back, waiting on that one is Zen, keeping the pressure in. Vulcan gonna send this one off the corner now. Another follow-up attempt. Here comes Dimitri, fighting the 50. The net is open. Can the Bananas get to it? Zen, he's trying to do something. He's actually going to take that boost. Could lead to something here. Could lead to some sustained pressure. It's off the backboard. Opportunity. Here comes an opportunity for Dimitri. Trying to take it under. Looking for all 3 Dragons players. But not going to go, as we've got a minute remaining here in game number 7. A spot in the semis on the line. Zen trying to drop it down out of the midfield. Going to go underneath. 2 Dragons go. We're not going to be able to find the net. And last opportunities here, possibly in regulation. Coin. It looks like the next goal may just win it.
It absolutely will, in my opinion, Rocker Man. And the defense from this Bananas team, they have 11 saves. and the Dragons 14 shots on net. I mean, this is a classic story of solid defense versus relentless offense. As right now, limited boost for the Bananas. Can they hold on for OT? Or could they score here? Dimitri's got time and space. Can he get the double? He can't. That ball just sitting there. Bluey able to connect. Teshega's got time and space. The ball 1v1 for Teshega. Can he get it? No, he can't. As North, what a save. And we are going OT.
Overtime it is in game 7. It doesn't get any better than this. Both these teams, their seasons on the line. They've had great seasons up to this point. The Dragons making their run through the play-in tournament. The Bananas tied for the best record in the Titan League. But one will be heading home here. As this one off to the side, Bluey firing it off the backboard. Opportunity. The ball is up for North, but Teshega, he's going to deny it away as they're on the counter. Vulcan going to make a touch off to the corner. Dimitri send it to one off the backboard. But Bluey, he's all over that one. Able to make a touch out in the midfield. Dangerous ball, Zen. He finds the touch. It's dropping down. Vulcan, not a lot of boost. The shot, it's going to go in. Teshega, the sub. He makes the hero play in game 7.
Teshega coming off the bench to make it happen for the Bananas in a coin prediction. Game 7 OT is going to come true for once in a lifetime.
Oh my goodness. Teshega stepping up for his team when he needed to the most. My goodness, what a series. The Bananas come back from down 3-1. And my goodness, Coin, what a series to kick off the night.
What a series, Rocker Man. I mean, if that's how the rest of the night is going to go, everyone is in for a treat. As a Game 7 OT in Titan League, the Bananas able to get it done against a team like the Dragons. Just goes to show you, I mean, sometimes all it takes is a little bit of teamwork and a solid defense to take on an offense like the Dragons. I mean, Game 7 OT, you don't find those ones too often. And what a series to start us off.
Yeah, I mean, that was just an insane way to start it off. And there was 12 saves from the Bananas in that game. They survive. And just when you thought they were out, they bring it back. Huge props to Teshega and company there for that huge win. They're going to be moving on to the semifinals. And man, Coin, like I mentioned, if that's how we're going to start off the night, who knows how it's going to end, as we are going to be moving on real quickly here to the Rival League in just a second. Quick shout out to Larry coming back for 5 months on the resub. But we have got to keep things moving. We are heading to the Rival League Galaxy. Rival League best 16-2 in the regular season, taking on Lightspeed. I mean, this could be another opportunity for an upset. These play-in tournament teams are coming in hot. So we are going to be heading to a short break, but when we come back, folks, we are going to be heading to the Rival League. So make sure you guys stick around, follow the channel, and we will see you guys in a few minutes.